Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing amazingly well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, we started a video on prioritization of sound reinforcement for worship centers, where in the previous video, like we flash back, we're gonna flash back, we're gonna clear back, we're gonna clear back, you know what I'm saying? So something like that. We talked about the introductory part of this, where we initiated you, inducted you. So in this video, we'll be talking about the first stage, which is the first section, which talks about the planning stage, which answers the question why. So really guys, why do you have to plan towards sound reinforcement? Why do you need to plan towards acquiring your sound reinforcement for your church? Why is planning important? The basic peak of everything has to do with the planning. Whatever you are starting to do, whatever you want to achieve, there has to be a planning stage. So that is why we are talking about this in this section, the planning stage of how important sound is. Now, let me give you an instance. You want to build a house. What's the first thing you want to do? Let me tell you how I've noticed that some churches do it. Once they buy the land, they will just tell you, I'm not attacking anybody's church, but I'm just saying this is what I've seen over the years. This is how some of them think. They want to build a house. Okay, they buy the land, they fence it round. After they are done with fencing it round, the next thing they're going to be like, oh yeah, go and call big player. Just go and bring in labor. They start building the house. So when they get to a point where they say that, it seems as if it would have been better if we put toilets here. They will have to cut down, they have to destroy that part. So they will be going front and back as if they are doing, they are doing, as if you know when you are driving all those hydraulic cars, the car being like this, that's how they be going, So, that is one of the lapses of not planning. You be starting something, you be going front, you be going back, you be starting something, you be going front. So that is why you see a lot of churches, when they build them, they don't build them with the end of sound in mind. They don't start with sound in mind, they don't end it with sound in mind. They focus more on how beautiful the church is. Because really, guys, nobody comes to church to come and see how beautiful your church is. Yeah, that's a side attraction. But the purpose of the building structure itself is just to act as a shelter. There's a saying that says you can get away with a bad video, but you cannot get away with a bad audio. I would rather sit in an auditorium where there's proper sound and I can't even see the artist than sitting in an auditorium where there is visual and I can't even hear. Because when you are listening to music, you can close your eyes and imagine what is going on. But when you are watching somebody eating mouth, some people can understand when you are trying to talk without opening your mouth, but not everybody does. So it's very, very important. You cannot set up a church without having a proper sound. It doesn't work. They are like 5 and 6. Some people say that we don't need sound and we can do service without sound. I won't say anything. Holy Spirit to move without sound. I won't say anything. If you want to try it, your choir and your pastor can try to do 2 months service without PA, feeding, taking care of 2,000 people. Just try it for 2 months. You will sound worse than Davido's voice. That husky voice where you be speaking, you be like, nobody will hear you. At the end of the day, you will lose contact with the people and you will lose your voice. You are losing on 2 ends. So planning is very important. So as I was saying before, the right way to build a house is to buy the land, follow your documents, the normal documenting, do a first plan, get an architect to draw a building for you, get a civil engineer, get an electrical engineer, get all the necessary people to start and finish their house and come up with a price prioritization. They'll be like, okay, this is what we can get, this is another. So you have different options. So you know how to plan what you want to put and how you're going to design the house. But when you don't get all these people, at the end of the day, you'll be looking for ways to cut costs and at the end of the day, you're not even cutting costs, you are spending more. Because that is the work of a professional, to help you to cut costs. Because now there's a difference between price and cost. Price is what you pay for a product at that particular time. Cost is what you won't pay for over a long period of time. That cost has been inputted into standard materials, into professionals. Price is what you pay for one brother Tayo that you call to come help you come and do your sound. So all these things, there is proper need to plan your sound. Even if you look at back in the days, you're going to be like, back in the days, maybe there was no sound. My brother, my sister, let me burst your bubble. Back in the days, if you look at ancient structures nowadays, you notice that most of them are built with a lot of wood. Their internal structures are built with wood, something that diffuses sound, that amplifies sound. If you have a diffuser in a place, the sound will, the loudness of that sound is going to be really high. It's going to be, if the English is right or not, you shall understand my points, whatever. So if you have a placement of wood, it will sound very loud. Even if you go to operas, if you go to where they perform operas, you notice that they really don't use speakers, because that room has been designed to expand and to increase the loudness of the performance. So back in the days, there was still technology, but it was not electrical in nature in our modern days. So don't start telling me that they weren't prioritizing. They were prioritizing sound, but in the ways that their technology could handle. So it has always been, if you look at all these Catholic churches, all these old buildings, go to Trenchard Hall. Though they've changed some things, that was built well. Go to some Anglican churches. You notice that, you go to some theaters, you notice that they were built with diffusers in mind. So these things have been before. Electronics only came to enhance them. So it's just as simple as that. You have to plan towards the sound, get a sound engineer, get an acoustic engineer, get your engineer, civil engineer, your architects to design something, and let the sound guys let the acoustic guys look at it and see what they can do, how they can enhance it to make it better, so that we won't have to be spending money twice. And even if you can't afford it, you can plan towards it. You know it's a plan, but don't say that it is not important. If it's possible, you kukuma take out all the sound you have. The sound that is not even enough, kukuma take it out. So we know that, okay, we are doing soundless service. The first people that are going to the first set of people that are going to be living are going to be your choir. I can bet it with you, because when they do service every day, they lose their voice. The doctor will tell them that they should go and rest, because a person will get and to bala lafia, lola you. Na person will they alive, they sing. So guys, it's just as simple as that. So this covers just the planning stage. So be on the lookout for the next video when we'll be talking about the purchasing stage, which answers the question what. Thank you very much. Catch you later, and God bless you.